Go buy it. It's interesting. I've just come back from Madagascar after having completed a mission for an NGO. The object of the mission was to do a feasibility study to see whether there was any viability in setting up market gardens in specific villages that had been identified by UNICEF. And, you know, it's strange because I'm busy reading this book, and I found this book in the airport in Addis Ababa. I wasn't looking for, for anything. I actually didn't want to buy anything in any of the duty-free shops, but I was just, walking along, and this red book caught my eye. So I had a look, and I saw the title, and I bought it, and I've read it. Well, I'm busy reading. I've got a couple of chapters left, and it's just so strange that the mission that I was doing in Madagascar allowed me to go to a lot of places where there has been NGO impact, or not NGO impact, negative impact. And read this book. It's interesting because what I saw in the time that I was there was shocking. I'm going to leave you to make up your own minds, but watch the movie that I've just made about our travels and what we saw, and then you guys can make up your mind. Because what I surmised from the whole thing was that the innocent taxpayer is putting money into a big hole. Yeah. Go check it out. Enjoy the movie. So I'm back in Madagascar, this time for a different reason. And just a long journey to get here. Went via Addis Ababa and Frankfurt, and anyway, I took the cheapest option, but got in yesterday afternoon. Managed to get some sleep yesterday, and I've got a few more minutes, and then I'm going to be catching another flight down to Fort Dauphin, which is in the southeast. And we'll watch the story closely because this is going to be an interesting one. And just like that, I'm back in Fort Dauphin, and I'm back here at our site. I've been away for a few months for other reasons, and eventually I've got back. And as I said to you earlier on, it's for a completely different reason that I'm back. Obviously to check up on what's happening here at our site. I haven't been here. I can see already there's issues, but this time I'm not gonna get overly excited and perform and make a scene. I'm gonna handle this differently. But what we do have while I dig here, okay, everywhere I dig, we've got these guys, thousands of them. So, I think they need a little bit more moisture, but these guys will say, no, it's been raining, sure. That rain just runs off. If you don't direct it and soak these beds with these compost, I don't know if you can see them from here, all these compost stacks here that I'm busy digging around, and they drop down considerably, as you can see, but they haven't made much progress while I've been away, and that's concerning. But there's a few things, you know, and I'm not going to jump up and down. I haven't been here, so the only person to blame is me. Anyway, I'm back. I'm having a look here. So the reason that we came back, yeah, see, I'm going to get distracted as I walk around. Behind me, behind the start over here, behind me is the chicken. This is a mobile chicken unit. Okay, now there's no chickens in it at the moment, but we made it. It can be picked up. Put people on each corner, and you can pick this up and move it every day. And that is going to go in this area here. All right, and we're going to, and this stuff comes up quickly. They've let it go because they've been harvesting it, and it's created this beautiful mulch down here. All this organic material because we planted it very, very thick. We planted it very, very thick. So, you know, they let it go to flower, and it's come to seed, and there's fruit on it, and they've been taking it off. I'm sure people are eating it, which is the whole purpose. But we're going to put the chickens on here. They're going to graze here. They'll flatten all of this. And as I showed you earlier on, we've got worms back there. So I want to turn all that compost, get those worms out, as many as we can, and start multiplying that kind as well in different areas. But wherever I dig here, I always find them. And what I am quite happy with is the fact that these, if you have a look behind me, you'll see that these papaya trees have actually started growing. I was a little bit concerned that they were stunted, but I think that that Fenny, who's been running here, has been feeding them something nice that would appear. So I'm going to get all that information tomorrow. Literally, as I said, I've literally just come in. But what's impressing me is these boxes. Look at the sizes. Look at the size of this this moringa tree. You know what? They didn't come out, so they've just gone mad. Look at this. This actually needs a clip. You need to cut it. Harvest all those leaves. Cut them there. Boom. Harvest all those leaves. Let them grow again. Look at them. Monsters. Just in boxes, eh? I love water. Anyway, they're also looking for light. They should have been planted out, but they weren't. Yeah, and then if I have a look at the other boxes here, I also did quite a heavy planting of mixed stuff. You can see there's pods on here. So that's something. There's a whole lot of legumes in here, and that's just been going. I didn't plant anything. What I did plant is I planted a different type of bean here, and I can see that it's not doing well. But I think they've also taken a harvest, and it's old. But we'll just take it up, chop it up, feed it to the worms. This is the type of salad that reminded us if you can eat. This tree is not doing so well in this little pot. Maybe it needs a bigger pot. Okay, this is a map of Madagascar. For the last 5 years, we've been focusing all our attention in this area here. This is Tulia, and north of Tulia, down on the southwest coast. Anyway, I did a trip in a previous movie. I did a trip through this area here, right down this road, cut sort of through this area here that's been marked out with a magic marker to Fort de Fin, down in the corner here on the southeast coast. And this was an eye-opener to see what was happening, because this area here, even if I look back in history, over thousands of years, I'm sure, but recorded history and events have, this area is not a cool part of the world to live in, eh? There's famine, and there is drought, and there's severe weather events. Couple that up with probably a lot of overgrazing, famine, drought, you know, and then you have a cyclone that'll go through there, and well, particularly up in this end here. So this area, and I've marked it out in black and white because it was a no-go zone. It's still classified. This is the RN13 that goes up to Ihosi. This area here is a very high risk area in Madagascar, extremely, for cattle rustlers and nasty people. You have to be very careful when you travel up here. Well, I've come here to do some consultancy work, and I'm going to be riding with one guy through down to here, and I'm going to zigzag all the way up through to the top here in this no-go zone. Specifically, I can't get into too much detail, but specifically to do a needs assessment / feasibility study into a model that could be introduced into this area, a model of food production. So I have 15 designated villages in this area, and then down here where I'm pointing, this is now south of where we were in this area here, on the other side of this river. From here to here, I have another 5 villages that we need to be going to look at. So I've given myself 30 days to get through and handle this whole needs assessment. So I'm leaving. I've got 30 days. We're not staying in hotels. Maybe there's hotels in front of us that are, or secure places where we can put up tents. We're going to be looking for that first. The idea is we've got 30 days to completely cover, do the needs assessment, capture an enormous amount of data that will back up what we see, and the idea is to look for potential to introduce food production systems that align with what eco-villages stands for. So, I'm not going to tell you who the customer or the client is at this point, but it's an all go. I've got a lot of work to do before I can do this. I've just arrived yesterday. You would have seen I have 2 of these bikes. It's not even much. It's a Chinese 200, but it's tested. I've tested this bike, and it's got an enormously strong engine for an air-cooled. It's only a 200. It's got me through some really difficult times, and it just never failed on me. So yeah, I've got 2 of these, and they're going to be brought into the shed here. I'm going to take out the tools. That back tire is almost brand new. I'm going to put a new front tire on here. The other bike has had front and back put on recently. I'm going to change my chains and sprocket, put sprocket kits, chains new on, and take off, do the air boxes, change the plugs, check out all that, make sure that's good, and check the oil, the fuel filters. We've got fuel filters, and just make sure that everything is 100% of these wheels are running, spinning true. Then once both bikes are 100%, then I'm going on to the next massive job, which is to get all of the equipment that we'll be taking with us, because the idea is 2 of us riding on these and carrying completely. We're self-sufficient. We've got tents, we've got sleeping stuff, we've got everything. We've got our own food, and we just go like that in front. We go to villages, and we capture data. We're going to fly drones. We're going to take a lot of footage, a lot of interview footage, speaking to local people in this area. This area here, because of its vulnerability in Madagascar, it is the ground zero for I would say predominantly a lot of the NGO work is done in this area here, in here, and then obviously at these other center points here, because that's where they base themselves. And then there's obviously from the cyclones, from Batsirai and Freddy, and this area has been torn to pieces on several occasions. They're busy having cyclone season around here. There's only been one major one so far. We're now in February, middle of Feb, going to the middle of Feb. But I'm expecting this to be a mud pie. So anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail yet, but that's what we're going to be doing this week. It's one of the things we're going to be doing this week is getting those bikes stripped down. And I want to, if there's one thing that I need a reliable bike to get me from one end to the other. That's the one thing. And then obviously we're going to go through all the equipment, all the spare parts we're taking, because it's if you look on the internet for RN13, you might not see motorbikes going in through there, but you'll see what the road conditions are like that we'll be traveling on. Sometimes you're lucky, and you'll have areas where it's dry, but for an area of ground that's been having a lot of good rain, I'm quite interested to see for myself what the impact of the food handouts is from the United Nations and USAID and all of the big aid organizations that have been basically dropping food off in these areas on a regular basis to feed and I'm not going to quote numbers yet. I will in later movies as I understand more. But yeah, we're going to see where they are impacting and how they are impacting both negatively and positively. Look, I think that if you save a life or you stop somebody from starving to death, that's fine, but you're stopping them from starving to death, but you're also stopping them from producing food because they don't need to, because you're bringing it to them. So that production that could have been happening during this period of time, since we've had all these events and really good rain, could have surmounted into some better crops. So we're going to go have a look and see what they need. I'm gonna be sleeping here tonight. I'll show you now. So this is where I'm staying. I'm actually staying in a tent. You can see it's like a dome tent type thing. And then there's quite a lot of room in here. I've got a lot of kit here. All my equipment is here, and my boxes and my tools. And I'm just sleeping in here, yeah. Trying to keep some order, but yeah, look, basically for sleeping, and storing some stuff. It's all good. Check this out. I brought a TV dinner from Poland, a chicken masala, and I've stuck it into a big pot of boiling water to heat it up, and I know I'm going to eat it. And that is what I'm living on. This is it. This is to keep this whole mission together, as I'm going to eat this kind of food. So that's what it is. It says 3 minutes in the microwave, but if you've got 20 minutes or 30 minutes, just put it in boiling hot water in a pot. Good morning. It's 7 minutes past 8 in the morning here, and had breakfast. Bucketing down, raining, nice. Anyway, I've got to get going. I'm just going to go and do some other administration stuff on a property that we were living in. I just need to go and pack up some stuff there. And then I'm going to be meeting with one of the partners on this expedition that we're going to be doing. And have a chat with them and see where we are. If we can close any holes, let's close some holes now. You guys are having a wash. Okay. How's that? Okay, I'm going. As you can see, the road is wet. There's been rain. Well, I tell you what, before we go out across the other side of the mountain, we need to get some serious, reliable, updated road condition. I think I'm going to go earlier. This officially only kicks off on the 26th of Feb. But I'm on a time frame. I need to. I'm going to try and get down to Mpabombe before they set up shop there a little bit, and prepare. We'll prepare as much as we can here. Then get there a bit earlier. Mpabombe, which is there, is the capital of that area where we work. So Nandui. So we're going to do that. That's going to be a plan of mine. I need to understand what the roads are like, and the only people that are going to talk about that are the bus or the truck drivers. I mean, I can get information here, but I will just wait for Cello to get here because that's his job. There's some charcoal, and this flow is just continuous, out of the mountains here. That just continues. We're trying, I want somebody to take all the compost that we've got and start planting trees with it. Using it to plant trees. Must come with seed sachets. We'll water them and plant trees now. I don't have a route along this road. I don't know how to alert them. I have to. Alright, looks like the track is beaten, but I'm not going to stick in the middle of the road. Try. Drag into the ruts. It's actually much better riding in sand when it's wet. Much easier riding. Beach. So this is the property that we've been renting. Well, we haven't even rented it, you know. A mate of mine said just stay in it because he's not staying in it. Anyway, we did, and I wanted to make a commitment of some sort of money, but I just didn't have it. So I'm gonna move out because he's gonna put somebody in there, and that's fantastic. Too many dogs, and people get scared. So there's Blackie. We got a couple of scratches. Come on, Blondie. Come on. Come on. Come on. One day I want to go and wild camp up on top of that hill there in the corner. That's Rufus. We rescued that guy. But he's a barker, you see. Hey, come here! Come here! Come here! Blackie, come here! Come here, Blackie! 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 Come here! Come on! Now you see that's a public beach, and if I... Yeah, we make compromises because we want to be nice to animals. Can't even take a walk on the beach because unless I put all these dogs on a leash, and that'll be a very interesting concept for them. Like a gypsy, moving again like a gypsy. Hey, I'm 55 and I'm still moving around like a gypsy. Nah, you know what? When you get to 55, it's now time to put your feet down. Now I've enjoyed. Morning. So yeah, I woke up this morning and there's an email from the client. What I did was, because I'm out in the bush and I'm very remote, I don't have access to printers and scanners and stuff like that, and very bad network, cell phone network. So what I've done is I've written out all my invoices on the payment schedules that was decided in my contract, and I have obviously sent them off as emails and set them up to arrive on the specific days stipulated in the schedule. Well, the first one went through today or yesterday, and they were very quick to jump on it, and they said, no, your invoice is wrong, you can't write it like this, you must write it like that. No, you know what, yeah, for sure, my invoice is wrong. Zip up here and go out into the rain. My new friends at the garage. You see at the garage is smoking. Yeah. I've got water. What do I need? This is lunch. Sort of looks like on the pot. In the pot, that's a piece of bread I bought from somewhere. It's terrible. I don't know what that is. They put sugar in it, and that is this here, which is spaghetti carbonara that I bought from Poland. There's two portions, which I'm going to eat as one. And then I've just thrown in there some processed pork, like spam. Yeah, that's my lunch. So as you can probably hear, it's raining outside properly. Anyway, I'm going through all the gear here. This is in this box here is all the riding stuff. I'm just going through all the camera stuff. Over there in the corner, that's equipment for camping, tools. You know, all this stuff's going to come out tomorrow, and then we'll start going through all the stuff. I've got more equipment in the corner here. So we just need to discuss with our team what we're going to actually take out. But it's just raining. It's a deluge outside. You can't see. It's just terrible. Raining and raining. It's like the monsoon. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll work around it. Filet de zebu. Quarante-trois. Yeah, there you go. So guess who's here? So Cielo arrived. There he is there. Check.
Hi. Here we are. Cooking rice. Preparing everything.
He's cooking rice. He's going to prepare some food for us. Well, we're preparing food together. And yeah, I'm giving him a lesson. He's giving me a lesson. I'm giving him a lesson. So yeah, he's going to cook rice. And then over here, we've got a full-on barbecue going because I bought a fillet steak that I'm going to braai tonight, and we'll eat it today and tomorrow. Yeah, with some rice and with some onions. I'm going to have a look and see what we can find in the veggie garden. Yeah.
Got our kapok.
He's putting 1 kapoki of rice because he reckons that 2 of us
I think we're gonna put
can eat
two,
one kapoki.
because this is too small.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, put. Yeah, I watched these Madagascar people eat rice, and they can eat mountains of rice.
Sorry.
Yeah, there we go, 2 kapokis. Super.
Yeah.
So here we are getting the bikes ready. Seller's taking off the chain because we're going to do a chain replacement. We've got a new chain over here. It's a complete yeah, it's as fake as you get, I think, for an O-ring chain, a DID professional O-ring chain. But you know, all the packaging says not. And then he's taken the back brakes off here, and looks like they're still. Yeah, because the ones we've got are not the same, and I'll have to make some calls about that and find out where those are. So yeah, we've got the back tire off. We took the back wheel off because I'm going to replace that sprocket there, which is heading in the wrong direction, literally, with a new one there. We're busy. We're busy. Yeah, and this is the story. This is why it was making that noise. Look at this, you can see the sprocket is also heading in the wrong direction. What the Malagasy people do is they turn it around so that it faces the other way, eh? And then it wears down that way. Yeah, but if you got it, you have to do what you have to do. Anyway.
Where's the new one?
Yeah, just put a new one on. The new one's over. Here's the new one there. Do you want some Loctite?
Donner na me utui ambatusula manankolir kontra isoanala io. De toerana io amizay nefa toerana tena misy gidraka ire. Le zay ry afaka teo fa satria mifanamontany teo le zay ampirahako azy zay.
Okay. She said Manakoliva and Ambatusula is between Suanala and I don't.
Come and have a look here. Come have a look on the map here.
Yeah. Here, okay. Manakuliva is next to Beraketa here.
Yeah, okay.
And Ambatsula is just maybe 20 kilometers
Yeah.
from here.
Yeah.
And she said this is between Suanala and other villages, and it's very, very hot. And
Hot at the moment,
season,
Mafana,
at the moment, yeah.
Okay.
She said the others are not very safe, but it's so
With what? With Malasu, Malasu
with
activity.
for
Eh?
the security, especially
Okay, so there's cattle rustlers in the area. Malasu
Malasu, Dahalu, yeah.
and Tahalua and all of them, eh? They're in the area.
Those,
Okay,
bandits.
so we need to, but that's not going to change our mind, is it? We're still going, eh?
We're still going. I'm not afraid of, but we are two in this mission. No problem.
Yeah, there's two of us for
If
sure.
we have to, we do it.
We do it. No, we're going, man. We're going. So, you know, Selo is constantly in contact with his contacts out there where our expedition is going to take us, and he's getting some feedback from some of his friends from the villages and from out there, and they're saying, they're talking about something called Vazamena. Vazamena is these people out, these Andri people, they determine the difference between a red vaza and a white vaza. They know the difference. I don't know what that means. Maybe it's something from history. I'm not sure, but anyway, we're getting some pretty negative stuff coming back in terms of security issues in this area that we're going, but we need to work our way around it because we've got to do it. So yeah, you know, we'll see how we handle it. There might be, yeah, we'll see. Sorry, I went silent there for a while because, you know what, it's always, we know that this is going to be difficult. We know that it's going to be difficult. We just we haven't set off yet. We're busy with the bikes, and now we're getting information that that it's dangerous. It's very dangerous in some areas. Some areas are okay. So we've got to work a game plan around that, how we handle that. So we've taken off the back wheel and we've changed the sprockets, and we've got a bit of an issue with one of the sprockets. So Selo has gone into town to go and sort that problem out. I've just been going through the bike here and dousing everything in silicone spray. Yeah, you know what, the sea air is not good for bikes, eh? Anyway, all that being said, this bike is going to be in good shape, eh? It's going to be in good shape. We've done it. We'll put the tires on. I've got a brand new front tire for here. It's not too bad, this tire either. I've ridden with this model before. It's all Chinese, eh? And then this one is not running true. So Selo's going to take this tire off and get a guy to come out and tune all of these forks, all of these spokes. Yeah, it's not in bad. That's not in good shape. So we've got to get that fixed. Yeah, otherwise she's not in bad shape, eh? She's ready to go. I don't have any speedometer here, but I've got a GPS, so I can tell my speed and I can measure my distances. We've put that's a new sprocket on. I don't know how long, look, if I can get 5,000 Ks out of it, I'm happy. I'm not going to wind this bike up on this trip. Anyway, this bike should be finished tomorrow, and then we'll bring the other bike in. The other bike is aesthetically in a lot worse condition in terms of rust and stuff, but the engine is sweet. Anyway, I'm going to bring it in tomorrow, strip it down, do exactly the same thing, airbox, the whole lot. That's tomorrow's job. Right now, I'm going to go and watch the sunset. Okay, here's an update. So yeah, this is the first bike it's done. We've done it. It's got new brakes, brand new brakes, front and back. It's got a brand new chain. It's a little bit loose. It's an O-ring chain, but what'll happen is the grease stays in there, but it comes out here, so it lubricates itself for a while. I've had these chains before. I put a new front tire on. This is just what you get here, eh? But, it's got a red sticker on it there. Cordial tire. Anyway, It's got quite an aggressive tread on it. It's good enough for me. The back tread, this tire's got a couple of 100 k's on it, but it's still okay, and I'm going to use this one. New front sprocket, and then we did the air box. And then after we had washed it, we completely doused this bike in silicone. And I bought, it's not even WD-40, it's called IND-40, and it is, it's actually very good stuff, eh? It's cheap. I know it's not very environmentally friendly, but riding a motorcycle isn't, and I love it. So here we have one finished bike. Yeah, I'll probably nip that chain a little bit, get the tire pressures a little bit better. We took a while to try and get it to sit on the rim, but what the guy did was he fixed the back tire wasn't running true. It was really, and I could feel it. And anyway, he's done that. Oh, she's good to go, eh? Topped up the brake fluid, obviously. Well, she's good to go. So next bike comes in tomorrow. So here's most of the stuff we're taking. Cello's got his bag there. He's busy packing his stuff in there. And yeah, we're getting ready now, eh? We're going to start loading the bike soon. And it'll be time to leave. We're organized. We're ready for this. Okay, today's D-Day. It's 24th. We're 4 days late. But yeah, the bikes are ready. This one's ready. Cello's ready. He's on his way back here. He's just getting a spare clutch cable. But yeah, the bike is sorted, eh? It's ready. It's packed, it's loaded. It feels very heavy. But I mean, I've got my own pillow, and I've got a chair, and I've got stuff like that that is all unnecessary, but necessary for, 1 month in the bush. I've even got a full-on barbecue. We can have a barbecue if we find a chicken. Right, okay. So, just final preparations, putting gear on, and I want to be in Ambavombe by midday. Well, maybe not midday, maybe 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We can get there, then happy days. It's a hot day. There is some rain around. I'm not too sure. I know that if it's hot here, then on the other side of that mountain, the temperatures are going to soar probably into the mid-30s, late 30s. Let's see. We are heading into the unknown. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Happy to make this happen.
Yeah, it's going to be fun, eh?
Yeah.
Cheers, mate. Look after everything here, eh? Right. This expedition has officially begun. Our route now is, I don't think we're going to do it in less than 4 hours. It's 12:30 in the afternoon now. Yeah, mate, I got you there. Can you hear me? Yeah, we've got Cello's behind me. We've got radio comms nicely. We've got an intercom between the two of us, which is great. And we're just going to take it easy. The idea of this thing is we ride hard when we have to ride hard in the sand, and we ride easy when the road is good. Right, this has begun. Let's get to the other side alive. I think that's the object here. Gather as much information as we can and get to the other side alive. Get on a plane, get back to my missus and my family in Poland.